wealth tax doesn't
Is this
work.
a multi-millionaire
France
lecturing us about poverty?
Yeah.
Hang on.
That's who reform are.
France. I'm a multi-millionaire who started with nothing and created hundreds of jobs, and I'm proud of that. And yes, I had luck. And here's my luck. You know the luck I had? Being born in the United Kingdom, an amazing, loving, welcoming country that welcomed my parents here, and by the way, has social mobility. One of the reasons I'm in politics is because I am so concerned that social mobility is on the wane, and there are so many young people in this country lacking opportunity. One of the problems that we have right now is that we have the welfare state is a runaway train that is dragging this country to bankruptcy.
So what would you do about it here? What is reform?
So here's the first thing we would
policy.
do. One in six, and I appreciate some of the audience here won't like it, but here is a fact. 1 in 6 recipients of universal credit alone are foreign citizens. And I'm afraid British taxpayers should not have to fund a food bank for the world. So we will make British welfare only available to citizens of the United Kingdom.
What about British citizens British citizens, what would you want to do about the welfare bill?
Well, so that's the first significant saving we can make. The second thing we need to do, we absolutely need to materially increase the number of in-person assessments. I mean, a vast percentage of the new cars sold in this country every year are through the Motability scheme. And if you look at how many young people, probably the biggest tragedy right now that no one is talking about in this country is I think it's about a quarter of our young adults are signing on to welfare. And all of the evidence suggests that once they do that at such a young age, they never come off. We have to make work pay. One of the craziest things, about politics in this country that nobody, the Tories over 14 years and Labour seem to want to do nothing about, is the fact that if you are on benefits in this country and you say, you know what, I actually want to start working again. I want to start working again, whether you're young or old. You pay a marginal tax rate of north of 100% when you start working more than 16 hours a week. You literally have less money in your bank account if you're on benefits.
Okay.
And so let's fix those problems.
Let's just be clear, though. I mean, you've talked about stopping universal credit for migrants in this country.
All forms of welfare, yeah.
What about welfare for people who are not migrants? As I understand it, I think because either you have told me or Nigel Farage has told me, Reform wants to make significant cuts to the welfare bill for British people.
Fiona, we have no choice. Otherwise, the country is going to go bankrupt several times over. The cost of borrowing for the United Kingdom on a 30-year basis in the bond market is at multi-decade highs. And I will say this, there are many people, young and old in this country, who do need help from the state, who do need our welfare system to support them, and quite rightly too. And nobody will suffer more than them if we fail to make difficult choices to make sure that people who can work go to work and that work is rewarded. And that's what a reform government will do.